This is the best thing I've ever heard of. Marg and Tim are here, and Marg came up with this idea. How are you? Good. FirstAidByParamedics.com is the website where you can find out more. This idea came to you, like, have paramedics teach people CPR? How brilliant is that?
It just makes sense, doesn't it? Really, yeah.
And you've got a couple of paramedics on board already, including Tim, right?
Yes.
And you've been a paramedic for how long, Tim?
Almost 25 years.
Isn't that great? Yeah. And like you're saying, you know, who better to teach you how to do things properly than someone who does it for a living, who's experienced, who has that capability, right?
Well, all of our instructors are paramedics, actually are currently working in the region, and we're also expanding down to Toronto. And that's what we do for a living. We do this every day. We do first aid and CPR, and we're all trained to do it properly, so who better to show you how to do it.
How long does it take to train somebody?
Well, if you take a CPR course, including the defibrillator, it's a 4-hour course. And then there's 2 different types of first aid courses you can take, which are 8-hour, 16-hour courses, where we teach you bandaging and splinting.
And this is invaluable, information to have, Mark.
Exactly.
Right? It comes in handy all the time. You were just telling me, with the defibrillators out there in every arena, there was another case just the other day where someone had to spring into action,
At
right?
Mille Arena, yes. The arena staff, because they had a defibrillator on site, the gentleman went into cardiac arrest, and they used the defibrillator, and he actually had a pulse by the time paramedics
They
arrived.
saved his life, basically, and that helps out you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, show me what we've got. More than just me, we've got another dummy here. So we often use a child dummy, right?
So that's the infant one. So we can teach new mothers and fathers how to do CPR, as well as choking sequences on infants and children. And then we have our large adult ones. And the difference we use here is our mannequins actually light up when the shoulders actually have lights on them. So it shows whether or not you're doing the right depth of compressions and the right speed. Because a lot of times when people are doing CPR, they're not doing it deep enough, so it's not making a difference.
Can you show me how to?
Absolutely.
All right. So we've got our...
So come on over here and put your knees on here, Kurt.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get you to do it. So when you're doing it, you have to put your hands right in the middle, so right in the middle of the chest at the nipple lines. You're going to use the base of your hand.
Like this?
Yeah, you can cross your fingers over like this.
Like that?
Yeah, and you're going to press down about 1.5 inches to 2 inches deep.
Okay, so it's like that?
Deeper than that. Much harder than that.
Oh,
see the lights come up on here?
You want it green?
Yeah, you have to go, and you have to go at 100 beats a minute. So if you sing the song Staying Alive,
staying alive, like that.
2 green lights.
I've got the green lights. That fast?
That's how fast you go, and that's how hard you have to push. And that's why we use these mannequins. They're more realistic, so it actually shows exactly how deep you actually have to push on an owl.
And that's just this part of the information.
That's just
that you
this.
learn,
There's still the splinting and bandaging and other things we end up doing, as well as defibrillation. But there's a whole reason why we do this. I mean, there's 1 person every 12 minutes has a cardiac arrest in Canada.
And you can't be everywhere.
No, and having CPR is great, but also having the defibrillators is what makes the difference.
Right. Yeah. You're saving lives with
Absolutely.
that sort of thing, eh?
So we're trying to get as many people trained as possible.
How old do you have to be to take a first aid or CPR course?
12.
Just
Anyone
12.
over 12, yeah.
Just 12 years old. Yeah. Everybody should know how to do this.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we should come out and take the course, Mark.
That is an excellent idea.
I mean, I got 4 hours to spare to help in a case where you're saving somebody's life. Is well worth that.
Yes.
So they just get in touch with you through the website, or
right through the website, or the telephone number is there too.
Right, and away you go, and you book your course, and you're helping somebody out.
Yes.
Including yourself.
Right.
Awesome stuff. Thanks for coming by.
Okay. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Great idea. Great idea. Listen, have you guys ever heard of March House?
I have.
You know what March House is. It's just down the road here, right?
Correct, yeah.
And through all the things that have happened on March Road, and the construction here, and the building of this here, and that, it's still there.
Yeah.
Sarah Freemark went down to check out March House. Here's what she found.